Hello everyone, Books with Banks back again, and I'm so excited to be continuing this Malazan Survivor simulation, random kind of storytelling experiment. And the previous video, we went through the first 4 rounds of gameplay, and I'm excited to dive in here. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. If you haven't watched that first video, I suggest you go back there to see how the tribes broke down, who is working with whom, who had maybe found certain advantages, who's already been voted out. We are at the final 14 now. If you haven't already, it would mean a lot if you could like and subscribe. All that said, here we go. So, our 3 tribes, our Genabacus 7 Cities and Lether tribe, they all show up to their next immunity challenge, and surprise, it's a tribe swap. Everybody drop your buffs, your continent-based buffs. We are going to swap up the tribes. We're going to go from 3 tribes down to 2, and we'll have 2 tribes of 7 now. So when we do this, it's random, of course, like everything else in this game is. Swap Tribe 1 consists of Tehol, Janath, Troll, Shirk, Lady Envy, Tavor, and Bottle. Swap Tribe 2 consists of Corlat, Whiskey Jack, Croup, Felison, Karsa, Iskaril Pus, Saren Padak. Important things to note about these new Swap Tribe formations. On Swap Tribe 1, Tehol, Janath, Shirk, and Troll, they all stay together, and they've already voted. Troll didn't vote out Rulad, but he knew that's what the plan was, and he understood the reasons Tehol, Janath, and Shirk wanted that to be the case. So these 4 from the Lether tribe are all together, and they all have a decent working relationship. Lady Envy is the only person from Genabacus who's on this swap tribe. Tavor and Bottle, they're the 2 people from 7 cities that get to stay together on this tribe. Tehol and Tavor both secretly still have their hidden immunity idols. On swap tribe number 2, we have Croup, Whiskey Jack, and Corlat, that powerful trio. They all stick together. Whiskey Jack still has his hidden immunity idol. Felison is on this tribe. She doesn't any longer have her 2 closest allies, but she does still have Pust and Karsa from her original tribe. Also, Saren Padak is here on her own. Also, kind of important to note in these situations, if you get to emerge, or if you get to a tribe swap and you have 3 people from one tribe, 3 people from another, and 1 person in the middle, in this case that being Saren Padak, that person's often going to be your swing vote, choosing which one of those groups of 3 she wants to work with. Alright, so round 5. Swap tribe number 1 wins immunity, sending tribe number 2 to tribal council. Felison tries to make something happen with herself, Karsa, and Pust. Karsa is actually considering helping her, but Pust is still a wild card. So now it's the 7 cities trio versus the Genabacus trio with Saren Padak in the middle. The Genabacus trio convinces Saren to vote with them against Karsa because they can't let such a powerful individual make the merge and dominate in all the physical challenges, while Karsa, Felison, and Pust all try to vote out Croup, with 3 votes to Croup, 4 votes to Karsa. Karsa is voted out 5th and 14th place, and he joins Rulad in Jakaruku, this sort of redemption island place, waiting for a shot to get back in the game. Next up, round 6, swap tribe number 1 wins immunity again. Seems like these new tribe formations really worked out for that group of 7, but this of course sends swap tribe number 2 back to tribal council. So it's still the Genabacus trio plus Saren versus Felison and Pust on the outside. The group of 4 is more concerned about Felison's connections on the other tribe, primarily to people like her sister and Bottle maybe. And so this other group of 4, tighter group of 4, they target Felison. Pust sees this is going to happen, and he joins with them, wanting to make sure he's on the right side of the vote. Felison feels defeated and throws a spiteful vote toward Pust. Even though it's 1 vote for Pust, it's still 5 votes for Felison, and she is voted out 6th and 13th place. And she joins Rulad and Karsa on Redemption Island, or on Jakaruku. Now, we get to the merge. Everybody, of course, shows up for another challenge. Once again, they drop their buffs, and this time, after 2 short rounds in the tribe swap phase, our final, right now, final 12, they all are known that they get to be in the merge, but surprise, surprise to everyone still in the game, we're going to have a challenge really quickly. These 3 players who had been voted out, Rulad, Karsa, and Felison, they're all going to compete in a competition to see which one of them comes back into the game. It is a hard-fought contest, but Felison Paran is victorious, re-entering the game, yay, and she is the 13th member of this new merge tribe. Alright, so the 13 merge contestants. We have Felison, Tehol, who has a hidden immunity idol, Janath, Troll, Envy, Tavor, who also has a hidden immunity idol, Bottle, Shirk, Corlat, Croup, Whiskey Jack, who has a hidden immunity idol, Pust, and Saren. Important notes about the merge. From the original Genabacchus tribe, Envy, Corlat, Croup, and Whiskey Jack are all still there. From the original 7 Cities tribe, Felison, Tavor, Bottle, and Pust are still around. And from the original Lether tribe, Tehol, Janath, Shirk, Troll, and Saren. Those 5 are still there. Also, as I said, Tehol, Tavor, and Whiskey Jack, they all still have their individual, or their hidden immunity idols. Alright. So now round 7. Bottle wins the first individual immunity challenge. Yay. Everyone is really nervous about who has what advantages, especially after they just saw this whole Redemption Island thing and game where voted out people could come back. Also, nobody's played any idols yet, so are idols in this game? Who's holding on to those? The 7 Cities foursome, they try to get an alliance going with the Genabacchus foursome, but these 2 groups do not see eye to eye. Former Genabacchus and Lether groups actually team up to try and get rid of Felison again. The Genabacchus 4, they are able to trick the 7 Cities group into holding on to their idols and thinking that they're voting with them, and thinking that they're voting with them against Troll from the Lether tribe, saying he's too much of a challenge threat. Of course, this isn't what the Genabacchus 4 are actually doing, so it winds up being 7 Cities, 4 votes for Troll to go, but then all the other 9 votes are Felison to go right back out of the game. Felison is voted out of the game. She was the 5th voted out. Now again, she's the 6th person voted out in 13th place. Alright. Next, round 8. Corlat wins individual immunity. The Genabacchus 4 are pretty firmly comfortable working with the Lether 5 for another round, going after either Tavor, Pust, or Bottle. They're all suspicious that Pust has an idol because of how mischievous and confusing and annoying he is. So they vote, or they decide to vote for Tavor or Bottle. They don't want to, all vote for Pust to have him play his idol, and then one of them goes home. So the Genabacchus 4 want it to be Tavor, and the Lether 5 want it to be Bottle, because many of the 5 people from the Lether tribe, they got along with Tavor really well during the tribe swap phase. So right now we're looking at 4 votes Tavor, 5 votes Bottle. Croup is annoying and pestering the Lether 5 to get at least one of them to change their vote to Tavor. Saren agrees because they have voted together in the past to get out Felison and Karsa, or she's voted with Croup and the Genabacchus people. So now it's the Genabacchus 4 plus Saren voting for Tavor, and the remaining 4 Lether people, other than Saren, voting for Bottle. 5 votes Tavor, 4 for Bottle, at least from that alliance of 9. But what are the other people doing? The 7 Cities people. Pust hears about the split vote, and he hops on board right away to help Saren and the Genabacchus 4 vote out Tavor. So then Saren brings in her number 1 ally, Troll, to vote this way as well, so he isn't on the wrong side of the votes. So now it would seem it's 7 votes Tavor and 3 votes Bottle, but how are Tavor and Bottle voting? They both want Croup out of the game, but how can they make this happen? At the last minute, before they all head to tribal council, Tavor and Bottle pull Tehol aside, and they tell him to vote Croup instead of Bottle if he wants to survive the next week. Tehol doesn't know what to do, and it'll all come down to his vote. Why? Well, is his vote the deciding vote? Well, you'll see. You'll see. There's no time to get Shirk and Janath to let them in on the plan, but getting Tehol to vote along with Bottle and Tavor, think that this should be enough. At Tribal Council, everyone casts their votes, and our host, who I think should probably be someone like Shadow Throne, let's say. Okay, so Shadow Throne, he's about to read the votes when Tavor stands up and plays her hidden immunity idol to save herself. The votes are read. Corlett, Croup, Whiskey Jack, Envy, Saren, Troll, and Pust. 7 votes, all voted for Tavor, and those votes don't count now. Shirk and Janath still voted for Bottle, 2 votes Bottle, thinking that was the plan. And still thinking it over in the voting booth, Tehol decided to be risky and trust what Bottle and Tavor were telling him. And so Tehol cast his vote for Croup. Tavor and Bottle also voted for Croup. And so we have, with the 7 votes for Tavor canceled out, only 2 votes for Bottle and 3 votes for Croup. Croup is voted out of the game in 7th place, or is voted out of the game 7th, coming in 12th place. Very exciting tribal. That was a fun one to kind of work out. Even though I love Croup, he's probably my favorite character. But yeah, I loved how that round kind of narratively worked in the simulation. Next up, round 9. Tehol wins individual immunity this time, and our new alliances, based on how the voting broke down last time, we have an alliance number 1, which is Tehol, Janath, Shirk, Tavor, and Bottle. Alliance number 2 is Whiskey Jack, Envy, Corlat, Saren, Troll, and Pust. So Alliance 1 only has 5 people, Alliance 2 has 6. Now again, we have an easy 6 people over 5 people majority, and ultimately Alliance 2 wins out, and it's their 6 votes on Bottle versus the other group's 5 votes against Corlat. So sadly, Bottle is voted out 8th and 11th place, becoming the first member of the jury. Next up, we have round 10. This time, Troll wins individual immunity, and Tehol sees this final 10 as the perfect time to play his idol. He brings them all in on the plan, and they agree to vote Corlat. Meanwhile, the other 6 saw that Tehol didn't play an idol at the last tribal council, so they're convinced he doesn't have one, thinking, well, surely he would have thought he was in danger then and would have played it for himself, so they all think they're safe voting for him, but Tehol correctly, similar to how Tavor did, Tehol also plays his idol on himself, saving himself, and we have 6 votes for Tehol that don't count, and 4 votes for Corlat that do. So Corlat is voted out 9th and 10th place, becoming the second member of the jury. Obviously, Whiskey Jack is very broken up about this. His showmance was just voted out of the game. So that should do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching this part 2 of my Malazan Survivor Malazan series. Apologies real quick for this kind of insert video. I originally filmed the whole thing as kind of a continuous thing. Later decided to split it into these kind of more dramatic parts. But yeah, today's video, I thought we had some really exciting stuff. We got to see what happened with the tribe swap, the 2 people voted out there. Got to see 3 players try to come back into the game. Fellison come back just for a short while. A lot of fun. And then I wanted to make sure I gave everyone a taste of what this merge looked like, give you a few rounds there. Sadly, we had to see Corlat voted out in the end here. So that leaves us with only 9 more only 9 more contestants. Tehol, Shirk, Janath, Tavor, Envy, Pust, Whiskey Jack, Troll, and Saren, all vying for a spot in that final 3 at the end of the game. In the end of the game, tune in a few days to my next video where I'll finish all of this up. Thank you again so much for watching. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to share the next part with all of you. Thanks again. Bye.